Random number generation, or RNG for short. Love it or hate it, you'd be hard-pressed to find a game that doesn't use it. Games that rely too much on RNG are often regarded as unfair, and rightfully so. If a player feels they've done everything right only to have the rug pulled out from under them because some invisible force deemed it so, then frustration will begin to set in. Yet, when done correctly, it can give us a high unlike any other. It can make you feel infinitely powerful and provide us with some of the most memorable moments that we will not soon forget. I am developing a party game that attempts to sit right on that line between unfair and unforgettable. The goal is to use RNG to keep the emotions high, and while it won't always work in your favor, it should always feel like there's something you can do to bounce back from it. It should always feel like you're right on the cusp of something great that you can do to turn your game around. One of the ways to accomplish this is through various tiles that the player can land on. This week, I implemented my first one. It acts similarly to how a minigame is randomly chosen in Mario Party, but instead, it is picking an item that will then be placed in the character's inventory. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. This is devlog number 2 for the making of my dream game, Project Gutz. The easiest way to explain all that we're trying to accomplish is to first explain the 5 states of a turn. They look something like this. Phase 1, the roll phase. The player rolls to see how far they can move. Phase 2, the select phase. Now that you've rolled, select a tile that you can move to. Phase 3, the move phase. The player physically moves to the tile that you selected in Phase 2. Phase 4, the event phase. The event of the tile, whatever it may be, executes. And Phase 5, the cleanup phase, where you just prepare for the next player's turn. And that's it. Today we're focusing on Phase 4, the event phase. In this phase we have 2 entities, a player and a tile. When a player lands on a tile, a raycast fires out of their butt and hits the tile beneath them, firing off the event associated with that tile. In this case, it'll be our randomizer, which will randomly pick an item and give it to the player. In order to accomplish this, first, we need to create the UI, of course. I started by adding an image to my canvas. Made it a little bit bigger, gave it a nice transparent black color, slapped a vertical layout group on it, and changed the child alignment of that layout group to middle center. This is going to be the background of the randomizer itself, as well as act as a container for the items within it. Speaking of items, we need to add those. So I add a child image to it, give it a nice rectangle shape, and add text. And the vertical layout group that we added earlier allows us to add as many or as few as we want, and they'll all stay nicely aligned. Look at them, like little pancakes. And just like that, we have ourselves a nifty little UI that we can easily add however many items we want to, and watch them roll. It's randomly gonna pick one. Let's see which one it picks. Oh, right, we have to actually code it. Alright, here's how I did that. In total, I created 4 scripts in order to get this to work. The first 2 are UI scripts. They are simply there to hold the UI elements that we just created and manipulate them in some way, like changing the color. Look at that. Then we have the randomizer script itself. This is the bread and butter, folks. This is the one that's going to be doing the logic that actually cycles through them and picks an item. In order to do that, this script holds an array of items. When it gets executed by the butt laser, it grabs 6 of those items and then populates them into the UI that has now appeared on the screen. It then randomly picks a number between 50 and 80, cycles through the items that many times, all while changing the color to make it look like a little slot machine. And then just like that, it picks one. It lands on one, that's the one that you gets slapped into the player's inventory, we're good to go. Finally, we have a randomizer tile script. This is the tile itself that is beneath the player, and all that this is going to do is fire off the randomizer script that I just explained a moment ago. I'm not going to get into the guts of how these scripts actually work, but if you are interested, you can check out the description. I have all 4 of the scripts that I talk about here in their entirety on the blog. And we're good to go. We can put whatever items we want into there and fire them off. And that's about all that I've got for you today. If you want to learn more about what exactly this game is, then check out my first devlog here. And of course, I'm a pretty small channel, so like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It helps me out a ton. But I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. You guys should too. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.